believe I finished. Look at them. Look at them. They look gorgeous. Hey there lovely people, welcome back to my channel. Today's video we are doing a studio vlog, and you may be wondering, Tasha, if you're doing a studio vlog, why are you sitting in your car? It's because today's studio is off-site, not in my home studio, but on location because we are working on some murals. And if you've been watching my videos, because you're a real one, you would know I have been working with some elementary age school kids to create some murals for their school, and it is like a cultural mural program. The kids are from all parts of the world, and they are split into 3 groups, and we are designing, well, I designed and they created, well, I guess we did design it. It was a whole thing. If you know, you know. But I worked with them to help them come up with ideas that I then designed into 3 murals, and they are cultural, like, community quilts, because we're not actually sewing anything. It is a painting. And so that was the best way in my mind to bring together all of these different cultures and backgrounds into one image. It's like doing like a community quilt, but painted version, because we have a group of kids from different countries in Africa. We got a group of kids that are from different parts of Asia and the Pacific Islands, and then we have a group of kids that are from different parts of Latin America. And so it has been a whirlwind of the last few weeks working with them to get everything painted. And I'm not working with the kids today, but I am just putting on the finishing touches and just making it look pretty and like done without erasing their marks, obviously. So that brings me to the Walmart parking lot. I've had like not a weird morning, but like kind of a weird morning. I'm trying to like bring it up because I can easily get annoyed with things not going the right way. And I am running later than I want to right now. So I am at the Walmart because I have an idea to put tassels around these panels and give it more of a textile look and make it feel more like a community quilt. This is my idea. I already did some experimenting last night, and I'm going to show you what I mean by that. Because these these wooden panels are going to be hung on the wall. And oh, speaking of, I need to get hanging stuff. That feels I don't want to do that right now. Anyway, I'll figure out how I'm hanging it another time. Yeah, anyway, it's gonna be hanging on the wall, and I want to put fringe all the way around it. So I was like, how do I get the fringe to like feel like it's laying flat, have like this like frozen element to it when it's up on the wall, so it doesn't like just all. And so I decided to use Mod Podge to get this frozen effect. This is like just a little practice tassel I made last night, and I used like a super gloss Mod Podge. Let me show you. Oh, it's Mod Podge. I call it Mod Podged. Anyway, super gloss, and I just brushed it on there, and I actually used my fingers to kind of like squeeze it into the yarn. Like I really wanted it in this yarn. And yeah, now it's frozen. And I did experiment with a second option, just so you know, the Puzzle Saver. Mod Podge Puzzle Saver glue. And it also froze them. It did also freeze them, but I didn't feel like it was as hard. Like, do you see how that, I guess these bend too. I don't know. I just like the gloss better, I think. Or is this one better? Oh no. Honestly, they both were successful. This one, I didn't put the Puzzle Saver glue all the way to the top, so it's still soft yarn. But I don't know. From my first glances, I really like the glue better. Yeah, I like the glue. I like the super gloss glue better than the Puzzle Saver. Yeah. The Puzzle Saver also like flaked kind of weird. They both kind of flaked weird. I don't know. Now I'm second guessing myself. I'm in here second guessing myself. Why do I do that? Do you also do that? I feel like that's not a unique experience. Yeah, we're just gonna go with, we're going with the super gloss, because in my mind that works better, and also you get more of it for your money because this is only 4 ounces, the super gloss is 8 ounces, and they were about the same price, which is not expensive, but still, it's the principle. All right, so I'm gonna return this. Actually, I'm gonna return this, and I'm gonna buy a second one of the other one just in case, because I have a lot of tassels to make. And then I also need to buy yarn. I haven't even figured out what yarn I'm gonna use, so I'm actually so annoyed. Okay, this is gonna take way longer than I think it's gonna take. I already know. I only gave myself until noon to work on it today, and I'm gonna stand by that, but I may have to go back on Monday and finish on Monday as well. So this is the journey, but we're gonna get these murals finished, and I'm really excited about it. All right, I'm gonna stop yapping, and we're gonna go inside of Walmart. All right, I am at the school now. I have my 3 panels pulled out, and I'm not finishing this today. I have so much cleaning up to do. This project was kind of chaotic, I'm not gonna lie. Like, I had fun and the kids had fun, but we did not nail the, oh, why did I just like hello? It is not that dark out here. Like, why would it just erase? Okay. I moved. Like I was saying, I have a lot of cleaning up to do. We had fun, but we did not hit the objective the way we were supposed to. So I'm definitely gonna have to come back on the second day. But I'm gonna do my best today. We're gonna have fun. I'm gonna be able to play with yarn. I'm gonna be able to include yarn into mural making and like art making. Hello, that's a dream. So these are the colors I got. And to be fair, I think the 3 color yarns I got could be used for any of the 3 quilts. Like, these are just the ones I'm going to assign them to because that's what I've chosen. But as I was thinking about it, I was like, I could really swap any of these around and they would still work. But this one's gonna be Africa. This one's gonna be Asia, Pacific Islands. And this one's gonna be Latin America, Mexico, that group. Which I think looks great. And I think I want to start with the red yarn. I'm thinking I'm going to do a yarn braid going around the border, in between the border and the quilt squares. I do need to touch up paint and stuff, but the yarn border is gonna like cover, the yarn braid is gonna cover a lot of the fact that like I tried to tape out these squares, y'all. These kids did not care about my tape at all. So like there's so much like overlap and bleed, but I think a lot of that is gonna get cleaned up with my marker and yarn. So fun! This is gonna be really cute. Like I'm actually so excited. Oh yeah, and I need to paint the outside rim of the boards. I think I'm just gonna work with yarn today though. I'm gonna try and do the braid on all three. I low-key also thought I could just use this for all three. Like I had a moment where I was like, what if I just made them all match? But like that's not the point, so no. Okay, we got so much to do. Okay, I'm trying not to be overwhelmed. Okay, let's start by taking all the tape off. I don't know if you see all these blue, let's tape. I need to take all the tape off and like survey the damage. Alright, so I have everything kind of set up. I am testing hot glue guns. I own 3 hot glue guns. I don't know why. So I brought all 3 because I'm like, what if one doesn't work? So I'm testing them. I'm also trying to see if this outlet even works. I don't know if this outlet works. So while that is potentially warming up, I have my paints. And I'm going to start with the Latin American quilt. And as you can see, she's colorful. They're all really colorful. And I don't want to like change anything about their work. I just need to do things like this. Like you see how you can see the word yellow here? Like this needs a second coat. Like you see how the blue has gone into the green. Like I'm gonna cut in with the green here. Like I'm not fixing any of this. Like I'm just fixing like I need to put red here because there's green right here. Like that type of stuff. I'm gonna finish things too. Like this is supposed to be a candy skull. Everyone was too scared to paint it, so I'm going to have to paint the candy skull. This is the Mexican flag, so I need to like draw the details on that. Also, all of these are gonna get line work on them to bring all the images back to life. Like this is supposed to be a mountain, maracas. I think I want to keep the background on this white, but I need to like actually paint it so that, actually no, I can't keep it white, but I really love the speckles that are on it, but I don't like the fact that you can see a pencil drawing under it. So yeah, this looks crazy. Like this all needs to be cleaned up. That's the type of stuff I need to do on all 3 pieces. Yeah. This is not a 3-hour job. Like I'm gonna have to come back on Monday, but it's all good. It's all good. This is such a like fun, carefree project now that I'm doing it by myself and not with 15 kids. Yeah, and so I think I'm gonna start with that, cleaning this stuff up. This is supposed to be a piñata. I want to add more colors to her. I don't know why. Oh yeah, anyway. let's do it. So I have finished all of the paint touch-ups on this board, and I think it looks pretty good. You can see like it still has that childlike look, but the lines are a lot more crisp, right? I think it looks really good, and I love the messy like abstract border. Like this is all about to come together so nicely. I unfortunately only have like an hour left to work on this today. That's what I allotted for, because I have other things I need to do today. So let's see what we can do in the next hour. I honestly don't even, I wanted to get to the yarn today. I don't know if we'll get to it because I'm gonna go in with like paint markers and intensify the designs and stuff. I'm ready to try and do a yarn braid that's gonna go along this edge that separates the border from the quilt squares. And I have got out a lot, like the length of this yarn is a lot longer than the edge because obviously when I braid it, it's gonna like shorten. So I'm not gonna think too hard about it. I'm about to just like tape one end down and braid and make a braid and then glue it on there. Like I'm not gonna overcomplicate this. Good morning, friends. For you guys, it's been a second. For me, it's been a little over a week, and I'm tired. I'm tired. It's been a long week. There's been so much going on. So much going on. But I'm up at the school bright and early. I have my coffee. I'm barely awake. I don't even drink coffee. Coffee is for emergencies only in my life. Emergency type of day. I stayed up way too late getting all the prep work done for this because I did not want to waste time today fiddling around with yarn like I did on my first session when I was working on this. But there was a lot of like trial and error. I was figuring it out then. I braided over 30 feet of yarn last night. My hands, bro, hurt. They hurt. Like I actually am concerned. Like I think I need to do like a salt soak, hot water soak on my hands because they're cramping. I can barely use this one. Like I can't fully extend my hands. Anyway, braids. I have all of them for all four sides of each one. This is gonna be Africa. This is gonna be Asia Pacific Islanders. It's gonna be Latin America. There are no kids here right now. School is out. Kids are in summer at this point. I'm so proud of these. They're so pretty. Like, I think these are gorgeous. Oh, it only wants to look at me. Sorry. I wish I could show you. But I'm gonna start. I think I'm gonna start with gluing all these borders down because that's gonna be the most satisfying. And then I'm gonna get into paint touch-ups on the other two murals because I didn't do paint touch-up. I only did paint touch-ups on the one last time I was here. I'm gonna do paint touch-ups and then I'll worry about fringe at the very end because the fringe is going to take millennia. I already know the fringe is going to take so long and I'm just gonna have to buckle up for that. I'm just gonna have to buckle up for that. I'm low-key dreading it, but it's gonna look so good. It's gonna be so satisfying. I don't know why I have to be such a tedious, detail-oriented person, but it's gonna look so good. So yeah, I'm just gonna get started. I got my panels already pulled out. Oh, you can't see that one. There's the third one right here. And yeah, I'm just gonna jump right in because I only have, well, I don't only have, I'm giving myself today and tomorrow to do this. I want to be done with this so that I can get on to the next projects, because there are more projects. I'm so happy to be busy, but I'm tired. Girl, we got a location change. Not me running all the way around the school with all this stuff, trying to figure out where I can sit and work. Been kicked out of 2 rooms. Drama, but they done let me into some office that's been like cleaned up and closed. Cause like not the whole school is open right now. They have a Boys and Girls Club program running for summer school, summer camp. Okay, let's get back to it. All right, so I'm done putting the braided border on all 4, but the more I look at it, the more I want to put yarn in between the squares. I went back and forth in my head about drawing it in black line. I feel like the black line is just gonna be too harsh. So what do you guys think? I think this looks good. I think I like the yarn versus nothing. So here I am. I'm gonna make more work for myself and put yarn on here. I'm gonna do it and then show you guys. This is what it looks like with, I have glued all of these down. I think it looks way better with the lines. So I'm really happy with that decision. I'm going to move on to the other ones. You can kind of tell that I haven't touched the paint job on this versus this one. So I need to go through the other 2 and fix the painting, like clean up all the lines before I can do black ink work around some of the images. Then we'll grid with yarn. It's almost 3 p.m. now and I am really tired, but I'm not where I want to be yet. I have done the painting touch-ups and put the ink lines on my 3rd piece, and now I need to do the yarn borders around the boxes. The last thing I really want to do today is drill all the holes for the fringe, because then tomorrow I can just strictly work on fringe. But I'm running out of steam so badly, you guys. Like, I am hungry. I really need to eat lunch. But if I leave, like, once I leave, I don't want to come back type of deal. Like, oh, can you tell how tired I am? My eyes hurt. Yeah. So, I know I look distraught and crazy. My eyes are burning from, like, straining. I'm tired from lack of nutrients. I'm delusional. But this is what we're looking like. Pretty. Boom, okay? They're coming together nicely, and it's really exciting to see the progress. All right, so let me put this bad boy on the floor and get to hot gluing. All right, so I just finished putting the yarn down. Can you tell? I put the yarn down. And now I need to go outside and find a spot to drill the holes for the fringe. I was able to find some snacks, so I'm powering through. I found a little bag of goldfish and a fig bar, period. That's gonna get me through. But now let's go find a spot outside to drill the holes in for the fringe. This is a little preview right here. I don't know how close I want the holes. Maybe like this, maybe like an inch apart. Looks good. But I did this one on the first day just as an experiment. But let's finish. Actually, I just realized I need to paint these edges. So I think I'm gonna do that first before I go drill the holes. Yeah, this one may be my favorite. I'm learning some things. I have all the holes for the fringe. It worked pretty well, but it made a huge mess, obviously, with the sawdust. So it's like all in the yarn, which isn't awesome. So I have a list of things I need to bring tomorrow. Tomorrow I'm gonna bring some sandpaper so that I can clean up around the holes. Like, it splintered really bad in the back too. Like, look at how dramatic that is. The back you won't see, which is fine, but it'll be easier to clean that up. I'm gonna bring my handheld vacuum so that I can vacuum the yarn and vacuum off the board, because look at all this sawdust. But other than that, it worked pretty well. And so you can see all the holes there for the fringe. Let's do the other two boards. I am done for today, you guys. I feel really good with the progress. Let me show you what we got. So I have So I have drilled all the holes in all 3 boards. I brought them back inside, and then I started playing around with the fringe, and I'm obsessed. But imagine, and I played around with like how I wanted to install this, like if I wanted to loop it all the way through, and I feel like this looks the best. And the effect that I'm going for is that it's gonna like stand up for like flat. This is gonna come like out when it's hanging, but this kind of looks cool too, like with it all dangling forward. But I think it'll look way more dynamic standing out, and it'll feel like it's laying flat when it's on the wall. But yeah, this is what we got for the day. A full work day. We're almost done. I'm so excited. Yeah, yay. Afternoon at this point, and I'm not done. Of course I'm not done. And this is not hard. The work is not hard. It's just time consuming. My hands are getting tired, but it looks so good. It's so worth it. So worth it. So it looks like this is gonna roll up into next week. Let me show you what we got. So I was able to do the entire Latin American quilt, and then this one's upside down, but this is the like Asian Pacific Islander panel, and I have 3 out of 4 sides done on that, and this is all of the yarn that I have left, so I'm really hoping that this is enough, or I may have to like pull some from some sections to make new bundles. But yeah, I'm going to pack up and head home. I would love to stay all day today, but I have other deadlines I need to meet, so I need to pack it on up and come back next week. I'm not like, I don't know why I feel like I'm in a rush to finish this, because I do feel like I'm trying to rush through it, but it's only because I have other projects that I'm eager to start. And yeah, this rolling over to be, this is taking longer than I had budgeted for, like mentally, but it's okay, because these don't need to go up until next school year. So I technically have all summer to finish this, technically, but nah, we're gonna finish it in our next session for sure. One, maybe two more sessions at the most. But yeah, I'm gonna clean up and head home, and I will see you guys in 2 seconds next week. Good morning. It's the next day. It's Friday. We're gonna finish these murals, y'all. I'm really hoping it's the last day. I know it's the last day. I have until 6 p.m. It's like 9. I've actually already been to the school, but then I went and I realized I was out of yarn for the last panel, so fingers crossed that they have more of this yarn, because I'm gonna be so annoyed. I'm at Walmart. I'm gonna be so annoyed if they don't. Like, please. Because this is not even the Walmart that I got it from. But, you know, they be having the same stuff. Y'all, why does the head custodial worker at the school low-key hate me? She's so annoyed with me. And she's ready for me to be out of her school, and I'm ready to be out of her school as well. So like, that's really also why I gotta be done today, because when I tell you she's sick and tired of me coming in there, and it's because they put me in a classroom that she had already cleaned and locked down. Not a classroom, an office that she had already cleaned and locked down. So she's mad annoyed that I've made such a mess. But what she don't know is that I brought my vacuum today, because I'm gonna clean up after myself. Like, don't play with me. Like, I was raised right. So I hope she's pleasantly surprised. I'm sure she's still going like do her thing or whatever she want to do, but I'm not. Like, there was wood chips and sawdust all over the place and yarn all over the place. Yeah, I vacuumed all of that up. I got every single speck. Come on, ma'am, I'm better than that. But let's get this yarn. We back. All right. As you can see, they didn't have the yarn. Of course they didn't have the yarn. I had a lady like look up the barcode, and she said that was like a new product. And so, yeah, they don't have it at that store yet. That was a nice Walmart too. The Central Park Walmart. Wow. Y'all fancy. That was a nice Walmart. Like, it just had a very, I bet it's brand new. It had a very squeaky, clean, calm energy in there, which is not normally the case. That's not the case at my location, in my neighborhood. Anyway, and like, I didn't even have to go look for an employee. They were everywhere. This lady was at the craft desk. I don't think I've ever seen a Walmart employee just hanging out at the desk in that station. Anyway, this is what I ended up buying. Let's talk about it. Good thing I had a little handful of this yarn with me, because when I saw that they didn't have the yarn, luckily this is variegated, so there's multiple colors in it, and this was the only color match I could find. I would have loved to have gotten an orange or like the clay color, like the red color as well. But what I'm gonna end up doing is cutting strips out of this and mixing it in with this. So it's just gonna be a little more green. And I only have the top edge and the bottom edge left to do. I know that this is enough to do the top edge. So I'm just gonna do the same amount in the green, mix it all in, and that should be enough to do both edges. Like, that's just the way we're gonna do it. I just wanna thank God for my fast thinking and my cleverness. Okay, patting myself on the back for that one, because we're just gonna keep it moving and make it work. Make it work, people. I've been listening to this book called Lightlark. It's one of those like fantasy, romance, action, dramas books. And this one is pretty good. I like, and this is very soft romance. There's no, and he pressed his shat. No, ain't none of that. It's just, it's very cute, kick your feet, cute flirting type stuff. Nothing nasty. Sometimes some of them books be doing a little too much for me personally. But this was the perfect amount of just like cute flirting, very, very mild, like barely any suggestion, but just enough to still be like, oh. I love that. But I'm at the last, I probably have less than 10 minutes left in this book. And the plot twist that is happening at the end, like the last hour and a half of this 13, I think, how many hours? Yeah, something like 13-hour book. The last hour, the book was pretty good. I say the book was, I would have given the book, if you would have asked me halfway through it, I would have gave it like a 7.8 out of 10. The last hour and a half has bumped that baby up to like a 8.5, damn near a 9. Like, wow, like what? Yeah, it's really good. This plot twist at the end and the way they're tying everything together. I'm tuned in. And I just looked, I have a minute left. But I'm about to start, I think it's the 4th Harry Potter book next. I'm super excited. I have really been enjoying listening to I think his name's Jim Daly. Hopefully that's right. But he's like an award-winning narrator and delightful, okay? Delightful. And I have never ridden, what? I've never read anything past the 3rd book in my youth. So I'm super excited because I don't know this story in its book form. And I barely remembered the other ones. Let me be real. I barely remembered the details of the other ones. So it was kind of like reading them for the first time all over again. Is this giving the same? Oh my God, it's so curly. I think that's right. We'll do a lit. No, this is gonna be okay. All right, we're just gonna mix this all in. And it's gonna be like nothing ever happened, you know? It's definitely gonna be a little more green heavy, that's for sure. I may take some of these other ones out to mix in. Let's see. Let me take some out that don't have a lot of green. I'm not gonna do a lot. I'm gonna do like 10. These have a lot of green. All right, I have finished putting the fringe and hot gluing the front edge and the back side of the fringe to the board so they're not going anywhere. And look at how good that looks. I was almost convinced to just leave it dangly like this, but seeing it laying flat with all of the yarn outwards, I have to go through with my Mod Podge plan. Like, I just have to. So before I hot glue the other two boards, I think I'm going to Mod Podge this yarn so that I can see the vision. I'm going to be using my hands. I brought, let's see, I brought some gloves, which must be on the table. I brought some gloves, I have my Mod Podge, and I'm just gonna use my fingers to smooth the Mod Podge through the yarn. Like, that makes the most sense to me. And we'll see how it all works. All right, friends, it's like 1 o'clock now. I am finished putting Mod Podge around the two sides and the top. I'm gonna leave the bottom Mod Podge free because it doesn't really need it to dangle. Obviously, it's at the bottom, it's gonna dangle just fine. So I'm gonna conserve my materials and not put Mod Podge on it. But I did use my blow dryer to get it like 75% dry, and I'm gonna let it continue to dry while I hot glue the other two panels. As I'm listening to Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix. It's very good so far. It's very, very good. All right, moment of truth. I'm gonna pick up the blue panel and see if the yarn stays standing up. Yay! That is exciting. Now these joints are a little crusty, I'm not even gonna lie to you, but it's okay. It is okay because this looks pretty awesome and it's all standing up. And then when there's a wall behind it, it'll really stand out. Oh, they are drooping back a little bit, but that's so exciting. Can you see? Let me look at the sides. Look at that. That is incredibly exciting. Okay. Now that I've hot glued the other two panels, now I just have to put the Mod Podge on there, and I'm so exhausted. I cannot lie. I'm over it. It is 3 p.m. now. I have 3 hours left to work, so I really don't want to slow down. I want to get this done so I can never come back. But this is so exciting. So excited, I can't believe I finished. Look at them. Look at them. They look gorgeous. Let me know in the comments how you think I did. I am not gonna move these quite yet because I'm pretty sure they're still drying. They're not super dry yet, and I don't want to mess up the illusion because the illusion is illusioning. Do you know what I'm saying? And it all just looks so good. Guys, I'm obsessed and I'm very proud of myself. This was so much work and it was 100% worth it. And that's all I can say. Thank you guys so much for following along with this project. It was so complex, so many layers to it, but 100% worth it. The artwork is not going to get hung up until the fall, so you'll have to stick around on my channel to see that once it is hung up for the new school year. But I will see you guys in my next video. Stay creative, friends. Bye.